Actually, it's a very holy gathering. You get two people in price of one. And we have one thing very common, we are very blunt people, which is not very spiritual in this sense. We are supposed to say things diplomatically and in a nicer way so we can attract students. Very commercial word these days. Reality is, cater to an idiot so that he can follow you. It's called puppy dog scientific methodology of the religion. But you know, for 3,000 years, religion has lied to mankind and it is not yet stopping. India, which is the center of spirituality, just to have power, all the Rajas, ruling families cater to the Pandits. And Pandit told man that there's no God until you do not worship God. So for 3,000 years, you have been asked to worship God. And you do. I think this is the most stupid waste of time ever man can afford. But we are so tuned and so accustomed. Let us say, we say there is a mother and there is a father. Let us respect parents. There's nothing wrong in respecting parents. That's a very normal and genuine thing. But when there's a gap between father and mother and a child, it's not real. You understand what sensitivity I'm bringing to you? There's a gap between God and nature, the Mother Nature, and us. And you think all the worship in the world can take away that gap? No. It will not. And so long that gap will exist, you will not exist. Because you are away from your very origin. I was just enjoying that there's certain words, and there's a word in words of Nanak, agochar. And moment I heard that word and I sang that word and I laughed like crazy. I just went crazy over that word. And we are actually born from that agochar, who doesn't need anything. Agochar means one who doesn't want anything, need anything. He's not dependent on anything. Now tell me, have you seen in the orange tree watermelons growing? How can we born out of that agochar will be needing things? But now you will tell me what about security? What about coming to your class and paying the money? And what about renting this hall? And what about this? And what about that? Do you know it is all set? Now I can say it after, because I promised myself 25 years I will never say it. When I came in the United States, first thing they asked me, here you have to earn money. So I put my $35 in a couch, put it on the altar as a trust. And I said, the day I'll use this money, that day I'll see I'm poor. They are still the same $35. I have lived through it. Second thing, they asked me to learn how to drive a car. You must understand, in India there was nobody best driver than me, because we at night can go with a machine gun, with a jeep, and go through the mud and the trenches and through the riverlets and everything and go after what we were supposed to do. Because that's the job you do when you security border, the border security, and you have to do all that. And doing job is not a bad idea when you do it right. And you may not come next morning alive, you may come on a flat truck, and a lot of bushes and flowers around you. But if you come lucky, you are there. And then they asked me to learn driving. I said, why? They say, well, here they drive on the different side of what you drive there. Okay? And I said, well, I feel that I will have a demotion. When I served a government, which is one part of the world, I had a driver, I have a security officer, I have a wireless man, I have a chauffeur, and now I'm going to serve God, I'm going to drive. He said, what are you going to do? I say, I'll walk. I shall walk. No, and here it doesn't work. Here you cater to students. It's still for the record. This lady brought me a soul organization. That is where I learned how to have a soul corporation. Sri Singh Sahib is a soul corporation. So this lady said, you just sign it here. This has, the corporation has $18 million and you can do whatever you want. And I said, nah. Why not? I said, we don't initiate people. If somebody is so fool that he cannot initiate themselves, why should we initiate anybody? It's a discipline of infinity. It's beyond the karma of death. Therefore I can't do it. You who call yourself disciples and students, you are not disciples and students, or you are not friends and relatives, and you are not willing to learn or not to learn because this happened today. It's not true. It is our give and take and balance of the last life. We may believe it or not. If you don't believe it, that we have some account, exactly the day I landed in the United States, I was 7-year-old when a Pandit wrote with his own hand that this child will go to the underworld. You know, this America is called by the Indians underworld. This is not a real word. This is under. So I'll go to underworld to teach spirituality. Now, when you're born in a landlord family and you have all the riches and you have thousands of people to look at you and you are absolutely set economically and socially and personally and status-wise, you never think you are going to ever go and teach. You don't. But he wrote so. He wrote with a confidence. And I believe it's a calculated word. Everything by the infinity is calculated. That's why there is an infinity. You don't believe that. I'm not going to tell you today to believe. You don't. You don't even believe that the day and night is rotated for you. If day and night is rotated, God can take care of your routine. You can't. You don't believe. None of you trust God. Period. For you, God is a kind of impotent personality somewhere to worship and look around and get up in the morning and pray for your good days, good time, riches. And you may hear everything comfortable with the knowledge of money. That's not true, my friends. Life has a destiny. It has a distance to go through. And you shall go only with a discipline. And that discipline has to come from heart, with a head bowed. And everything which is a trust and a toil has to be a triumph of the id, the I, the ego. Ego shall win anything which comes between you and your Creator. Otherwise, you are just a history. What is your luck? You die tomorrow, they want to know what you have left. And who will get what part and what's the will. You are willing to abide by the will of the dead or deceased. You are not willing to abide all your life by the will of God. And that's why People say, what about my personal will? Your personal will is to abide by God's will. Your personal will is to see what He wants. Creative sense of consciousness in a micro comparative study of intercross sense does not make any sense to the individual when the micro consciousness and macro consciousness are two different senses in the human mind. And the split second you can never know you're positive and negative. You want to be popular by being ugly and by stupid, by playing sympathy and apathy game, and by inducing and invoking people or seducing people or bringing them to your sense of consciousness that you want to relate to them. You are the most deadly ever animal born who wasted life and walked on two legs on the earth. It's not true. You are born in the very image of God, by the will of God. To just prove your destiny, all you have to do is to be you. You don't need heavens. You don't. And mind you, it is not the privilege of everybody to just live in consciousness. It takes about 1 million people to live stupid to have one person live with the consciousness. It's so proportionately already pre-decided. Had there been not very foolish and undisciplined people, you think what this teacher will do? We all come here to set up a shop, right? You all come here to buy spirituality. As it is like grains, you can get it. Give me 2 pounds spirituality. I need 5 pounds. You think you're going to make some sense with it? Never. You shall never make a sense. You do not know how to surrender. You only know and work very hard to take care of yourself. You keep yourself absolutely covered from all sides. If somebody attacks you or puts you down or say wrong things, you get very badly hurt. Possibly the other person doesn't know you. Possibly the other person doesn't care who you are. Possibly the other person doesn't even understand who you are. Does scientists know what sun is all about? No. Do you know how this earth is all about? A mile down there is a river of lava just going round and round, creating the prana with the flare of the sun, and thus you all live. Why I am talking like this? Now it's the age of Aquarius. It's not the age for which knowledge has to be obtained. It's the age where knowledge has to be practiced by an individual, by its own individual right to be. It's a period of saints who will achieve it with the discipline of a soldier. It's not that you will live virtues, you will share virtues. It's not that you will achieve spirituality, you will emit spirituality. It's a different word now. And now especially when Pluto has left us for a very kind act of this guy for 13 years, humanity will come to an emptiness, left and right. You see how empty we are? We are unable to balance our budget. Can you just, and don't misunderstand anything, America is a superpower. Believe me or not, in Congress they can't balance a budget. They can't. And they can't come to decide. Government has come to shut down again, it will come to things you will find which you never expected will ever happen. It's first full moon on the Sats's day after many, 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 many years. Because everything in God, there's no such thing in God other than everything in God is in rhythm. Absolute rhythm. Absolute harmony, absolute rhythm. And when you don't have harmony and you don't have rhythm, you have nothing to do something called God. And that's actually you. You are God and no God, you can decide it. Karmi apu apni kenede kadur. Your action can decide. So when you are a real God, when there is absolutely no possibility and no chance to be rhythmic and harmonious, you play to be harmonious. When I was leaving Los Angeles, I was having an interview with a young man. He said, "Sir, you know my desire?" I said, "What is your desire?" He said, "I don't want to be a Sikh." I said, "Thank God." I jumped out, took his turban off. I said, "Thank you very much, salute." He said, "No, I don't mean that." I said, "You have taken a lot of burden from my shoulders." I say, "I feel honored that you gave me a privilege so that I can be washing my hands. Please don't misunderstand. If you don't want to be a Sikh, don't be. But be a human. Go and do what you want to go for. Search out what you want to search out. Find out what you want to find out. And if in the turn of life you'll find somewhere there's no place else to go, just remember, you were weak enough to carry on the discipline, therefore you got to go. And without discipline, there's no Sikh. So what is a Sikh? A student who has to learn to live a life of a discipline. And if one cannot live that life, one is not a Sikh. By pretending, put a turban on your head and putting white dresses and saying things that you are a Sikh, you think you are a Sikh? No. That's not true. If you have not learned one thing, that this world belongs to and created by infinity, and is ruled and creatively by infinity, and you have the heart to be infinity, you have not learned the fundamentals of it. Beyant, endless. Antana sifti kennant, arna karne den, anna vekan sunnant, anna jape kya manmat. These are the things of that man you called Nanak, who explained everything very explicitly in a very detailed terms of the Shabd, the word, and informed the man of his reality. And it's a catch-22, it's very fantastic. If you just live in that infinity, then Mother Nature brings you all the goodies you need, and you don't have to hassle. This lady had been sick for 8 years. Somehow, she's not sick anymore. I asked her, how you heal yourself? She said, I came to your class. I said, God, I teach the class, I'm sick today. Tell me how one can get healthy. She said, you are just making fun of me. That's not true. You know how to be healthy. I said, maybe I don't want to be healthy. But you are healthy. What happened to you? She said, I came to your class and you said, breathe deep, and I started breathing deep and I'm fine. Yeah. 20 minutes, 20 seconds, 20 minutes, 20 seconds each time. So I gave the word 20. So 20 seconds you inhale, 20 seconds you retain, 20 seconds you exhale. It is kan pran pad. Moment you achieve that status, your intuition will open up. Moment your intuition will open up, you will know everything. And when you know everything, you don't have to worry about anything. Once you don't worry, you are clear. Isn't it so simple? You live by breath, you die by breath, you exist, expand by it. And when you are taken aback, what they do? Give you oxygen. You can be brain dead, but not breath dead. Once you are breath dead, that's it. They put you in a bag. It's done. Every person on this earth has to have one favor for yourself. And that favor only you can have if you have an ego. That at the time of the twilight zone, when a sun and earth is on 60 degrees, you have to rise up, take a cold shower so that you can have total stimulation of the body capillaries, and you sit by yourself thoughtless, with absolutely no desire. And I can guarantee you one thing, rest of the day your things will be all done. Isn't it simple? Is it a better approach than this, that you get up in the morning and work 2.5 hours on yourself, rest of the day everything is worked out for you? Or you want to sweat 8 hours and your tongue is out and you look like insane, you say things nobody understands. You want to be loved, you are betrayed on the next step. Is that a life? You call somebody, you are my love, I cannot live without you. And he says, hey, you idiot, get out. Is that a life? A life, oh my son, please hug me. He said, no, shut up. You are not their home as he is home. Alice doesn't live her body anymore. You are always spaced out. Always. Sometimes you can understand, put yourself in my position. I have to talk to somebody and the person is very cordial and very loving and hugging, and I am very quiet. When I know the person mentally is exactly 3,000 miles away, and I have to totally pretend, oh yes, I understand, you're right. And I know this idiot's not here, and this body is walking just by chaya, means by shadow of the soul. His mind is away, far away, somewhere else. Now what you can do with these people? You know, a person can lie, aura can't. And when you see, he's not here. So I thought we'll meet tonight and we'll learn the technique and technology how to be here. I'm not asking you to practice it, then my clientele will go away. That's not right. Just learn, but don't practice it. Normally, that's what you do. Isn't that true? You buy books and books. I went to somebody's house, 6 rooms full of books. I say, hey guy, did you ever read one of it? He said, no. I said, what for this, a show? He said, I have a habit to buy books. So you happen to have a habit to be a human. You think, you imagine, you fantasize that you are a human. And you know you are not. Otherwise, air is a human and you can't afford a mistake. Every movement have a momentum, and that moment should be your intuitionally, absolutely calculated. Absolutely. Destiny, distant and discipline must be your total. Microscopically, telescopically and horoscopically, you should be very aware. You know, it's very funny. Some of you are so rude that do window shopping. You love a teacher as a person. You do not love teacher as the teachings. See how gross and blind you are? Your love is just a bunch of emotions, feelings. Millions of thoughts you have and millions of emotions and feelings you have. Millions of desire and neurotic desire and subtle desire and projective desire and progressive desire you will have. To what extent you can go? You were born naked, you will die naked, and not a desire you will fulfill if Mother Nature is not there to fulfill it for you. If your Creator and the creation do not balance things for you, you will be always out of balance, always out of rhythm, and always a question, who am I? And on this tragedy, religion really took advantage of it. You asked religion, who am I? And they said, you are nobody. How I can be somebody? Come to me, my child. Come. Come. Surrender to me, and I'll teach you what you can be. No, they didn't say, look, I surrendered within myself, I got what I got, you can do it the same, you can get what you want to get. In the word religion, I learned something. Why religions don't talk to each other. And once I asked the gathering of very prominent religious leaders in Washington, D.C., why religious people do not have friendliness and totally just as oneness. He said, Yogi ji, you don't understand it. I said, what I've done wrong? He said, we Christians have spent millions of dollars to go to India and teach Christianity. You come here with uninvited and took away our kids. How can we forgive you? I said, who took away what? I said, what I took away? I earn my own bread, I earn my own money, I pay my own taxes. I don't live off my students, what are you talking about? He said, no, we know. It's a matter of turf. First time in my life I understand what turf is. I ask people, what is it? You know that basket goes around where they put money? Have you seen that? How much money the church has, how many parish church has, how many opinion church has. It is never measured how much truth one has. In Los Angeles, we are discussing about Manja, and somebody said, what's your opinion about her? I said, do you want to know what opinion is? There's no opinion about her at all. To have an opinion about her is just committing suicide. What opinion you can have about her? There's no opinion. She's going to say what she's going to say. I'm just grateful she doesn't curse directly first and then say something. I'm for that very grateful. I used to say, Ma, she said, what these people deserve it, wake them up. It was a great job she was doing, but I felt one day we had to go to India, and it's a very hypocritical country. So she should there just float around like a Ma. So I thought perhaps by that time she'll be a Lala Ma, rather Ma, Jai, Sri Bhagavati, whatever. So I think in this personal friendship we have cooled down a lot of stuff. However, tonight we have to share Agam Kriya. Agam Kriya is known as the Kriya of the deva tantras, that is the tantra of the angels and the goddesses. So we are going to share with you 3 kriyas for a typical time, and you will be at your own. If it does not suit your consciousness or your discipline, you may sit and watch, or you can do it. It's up to you. Are we ready? It's not very harsh, it's just a little bit, not much. It's a simple thing. Please put your hands like this, exactly. And this is your Mercury and this is your id, ego and Mercury. It's just a prayer. It's a simple prayer. You see what I mean? But you have to have hands loose. They cannot be tight. That's the tragedy of it. If you do like this, no, you won't have the result. Have very light hands, just as you just hold them. The only moving part of the hand is this. Could you put some tape music? Oh, that 4 ways. And please, slowly and calmly and close your eyes and breathe deepest, longest and slowest. Watch out what happens. I mean, just we'll do it a couple minutes and we'll be very grateful for the experience. Do it slowly with your own rhythm. Don't follow any note. All will come to you. You don't have to hassle for it. Just remember that. We are just giving you a sound current. Hey, do you have that snake music? Could you put that? Any music will do, just it doesn't mean anything. That's pretty good. And meanwhile, go and get that tape. Loud. And this is not good either. Is there any time in the world you will have something good for God's sake only? He just plays with the people. He has no attention, he draws attention, that is his mental sickness. And he wants to draw attention like this. Isn't it? Does it all the time? With a great reputation. But whatever I'm talking, I'm trying to diversify you. You're not supposed to listening to me. You're supposed to be meditating in your own Mercury and id. You have to concentrate on your breath, on your posture. And we'll do a lot of tricks to diversify you so that you may not focus your attention. It's pretty surprising how we cannot or have not learned to concentrate. Just try to listen, don't repeat it. Concentrate on your breath and concentrate on your faculty to move your pinky and your thumb. Heal yourself for God's sake.
Waheguru
Grow up, children. You are going to enter the age of Aquarius. You can totally go into that age as empty or useful. Is a very sophisticated kriya, is a kriya of the angels and angelic power. Don't do it harshly. Mercury as a metal is very unstable. Mercury as star is very nearest to us and represent communication. If you can do this kriya correctly, then you can establish the communication between your soul and yourself. Understand, you must not have a false security of your spirituality. Experience it now. Now personify yourself, identify that you, by this moment, for reason unknown to you, have become a sage. And you intend to seize this opportunity to become an angel. Meditatively do this self-hypnosis. Now your body and your arc line and aura are fit to reach out. Please try. By your own rhythm. Keep on changing tapes so they may not concentrate on one rhythm. Our idea is to diversify them as much we can. Our job is to diversify you, your job is to concentrate. Don't worry, the child did a wonderful job, which I couldn't do. See how God works His miracles? It's a modern America's music. Please consider against this. There are very holy vibrations. The unknown hand of God has worked through the innocence of a child, and see what a beautiful buzzing sound we have created. It is nothing very irritating. This is how man with the ego talks. See? of your lips and breathe in and breathe out deep and strongly. Actually, my idea to give you this Kriya, which is very sacredly sacred, was to give you experience how you can heal on the spot, physical, mental and spiritual. Inhale through the ring of the lips, exhale through the ring of the lips. Make a form of O. Breathe, breathe. Powerfully breathe, continue your Kriya. Let the Kundalini rise, is none of your problem. Just act normally, let things happen to you. Just imagine penetrating the serpent power through your chakras. This is the music of the Nag Panchami. Five facets of the serpent power. Breathe heavily. As gods breathe from the O of the mouth. Use your power. Input is equal to output. That's how it is work. You are in the twilight zone, you would like to relax. Don't. Push through it. If you breathe through the O of the mouth, you will have a sensation which you will not understand why. Try, please. Some of you are not trying, that's where the problem is. Keep connecting Mercury and your thumb, the id. Come on, now we are reaching the, what you call it, the borderline. Let's cross it. Come on, come on. All power to breath. The demigods drink the air. They can't breathe like you. So try to become like them. Right within the reach. it is worth it. See the breath? You are very fortunate if your fingers are hurting. Mantra hidden in this is Siri Vaheguru is a hidden mantra. In this music, it's a mantra of the Tresha Guru. You have 2.5 minutes left. Put yourself on the path, try it right, do it hard. Achieve something tonight. Last minute. Stand by. Inhale deep. Inhale deep. Hold the breath. Hold tight and squeeze your entire being. Squeeze the spine, especially an entire fiber of the body. Fire out. Like a cannon fire. Inhale deep again. All the way. Hold tight and squeeze every fiber. And now fire out. This is one more chance. Inhale deep. Hold it and squeeze the fiber of the body from toe to top. Feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it. Now fire out. Relax. We have done one Kriya. We are very happy about it. When we'll finish the other two, then we'll decide whether it's coming here was worthwhile or not. That's what we intend to. Understand? So we'll give you a minute or two so that you can feel comfortable and you can move your legs and shoulders and something like that. And please don't meditate, talk to each other, just say something, hello. It's all right. Show you. Wet it. Hey kid. This one who doesn't want to look at me. You look pretty good. What are your intentions? Ma, she looks very sexy. What she's up to?
Yogaji, I came here tonight and I got this baby and I came while he is joined. This was taken 2 weeks ago. He is 4 years old. This was taken 2 weeks ago. This was taken a week ago and this was taken yesterday. He is 13 pounds and 4 years old. And if he's alive, I'm going to bring him to you.
Ma, what you are doing, we told him. Please don't.
13 pounds. Let me show you my baby Travis. Look at him. You see God in his face. He is in agony, but he's about 13 pounds.
And mother gave her birth like that?
Mother has AIDS. Mother went crazy dementia. He was in, he wasn't with me, now he's with me. He was in a place, mother came and pulled the tubes out of his body, out of his arms. He was on heavy morphine. I almost killed him. I didn't care. I was nobody would take the baby because she didn't sign a resuscitation thing. Nobody. No hospital, no priest, no goddamn Catholic would take this baby. I took this baby. So finally we have
Oh my God.
the baby's mine now, like it's almost like an adoption. But it's 2 seconds for my husband. It's real delicate. He looks up, he sees God.
Now, please understand what we are doing. There is just something in us as human. We normally act with our head, not with our heart. Why I say so? Because when you work with your heart, then you are rhythmical. You are consistent. You are continuous. You are pumping out and pumping in. That's the faculty of heart. When you act with head, then brain and thoughts go into variance. When you start learning to act with your heart, you are always there. And when you start to learn to act through your head, you are never there. So these two faculties in human, we have two undeveloped parts of our us as a human. One is the hypothalamus is not under control, and it controls our all automatic habits. Our front lobe is not developed, which controls our personality. Today, medically, they have found out that if human child can be taught to control these things as a child, that child shall have no problem in the whole life of his personality, of his development, of his creativity. And that's what they have found that meditation is. Meditation is self-hypnotic projection through which you become in the position of a thoughtlessness from the thoughtful world and cleanse yourself out in a way that whenever you want to clear yourself of thoughts, you can have clarity about it, and whatever thoughts you want to concentrate on, you can. There is no cross wire. I don't care who you are and where are you working and what degrees you have, but so long your thoughts are cross-wired, you are worse than a sheep. Sheep has a brighter thought conjunction form to it. Have you seen rams fighting? They concentrate by their impulse of thought and they go right. Humans can never do it. Sheep, that ram cannot feel its horn by hand where they are. But in a psycho thoughts, in a projection, they know that two have to hit right on the spot. Do you understand? You can learn from the rams. You saw these antlers, they fight, but they will not entangle their antlers. They fight very bitterly. Sometimes they fight to death, but they shall not allow their antlers to entangle. You get entangled with each other for nothing. Isn't something we can't even learn from the animals? Animals wonder why these humans are like this. Now tonight, this night, we have 5 tattvas, 5 elements of which we are made. Is called ether, earth, air, water, fire, something like that. It's not very important what you are. You are all this covered by the most sensitive creative organ of the body is called skin. What skin can do for you, nothing can do for you. It's amazing. And nobody knows except to massage the skin. And if you go to somebody to massage in some health club and all that, where they charge you $80 to $100, they put some oil over this, put this hand this way, this hand this way. Just those couple of feelings which you have never felt that way. You think you have been massaged. India, there's a procedure to massage a person. They think the person is like a drum, and they play with their fingers on the human body part by part. And they put a person to such a deep sleep. Within that sleep, the healing takes place. Normally you are seen, if there's a holy man, happens to be anybody, people touches the feet, nobody touches head. Have you realized? They bow and touch the feet of this person. You will never find anybody touching the head or the cheek of a holy man. You will never find it. Why so? 72,000 meridian points end in the sole of the foot. So all tattvic power of a person is in his feet. Thoughts are in the head. So if you qualifyingly have a pure, clear consciousness and you touch those feet, you are buzzed to health. Which health? Physical, mental and spiritual. There are 3 healths. And now what you are going to do, a one physical exercise, what that will do to you. Amazingly, you will experience it yourself. There's nothing anybody is telling you what to do. You are doing it for yourself. You know, these are the 5 fingers. Mercury, Sun, Saturn, Jupiter, and Id. See this? Put your hands exactly like this with a straight elbow. It's little difficult, but it's also not much time, so it's okay. Just understand what you have to do. Watch me, I'm going to do it for you, and you are going to do. You are going to inhale only at rest. At rest. Don't let your arm move. Don't let elbow bend. Breathe in when you open up. It will open up your heart chakra. I'm not kidding. Deep. Deep. Work on yourself. We can't do this exercise more than 3 minutes, so whether you do it or not, this is up to you. I can't go further than 3 minutes. There's a binding on it. And for God's sake, when you go in home, don't do it more than 3 minutes. This is only one kriya on which there is a condition. Not more than 3 minutes. Inhale like you inhale the whole universe. Exhale that you exhale the entire disease. You have last minute. Pull in the prana, put out the apana, that's all. Twenty seconds. $15. Stand by. Please don't inhale, but drink the air through the mouth, like bit by bit as you are drinking water. Inhale, deep breath, like sip by sip. And inhale deep and hold it. And when I am going to say let it go very slowly, piece by piece. Let it go. Inhale deep again. Hold tight. And drink it out. This is your last breath. Inhale deep. Deep, deep, one can hear it. And now breathe it out very slowly, piece by piece, not all the way. Now we are going to put a tape. Take your both hands like these are two snakes, serpents. And this is how you have to play. You have to close your eyes and play that they are to play. These are your two snakes. Now try to understand. Youth call it a snake in English. They call it a nag. Naga. Naga means where it can go, where nothing can go. Naga, where there's nothing to go, there it goes. Like rag, music, raga, where ra means sun, where sun can go in the mind of a person, where nothing can go. Alap, it means go after the mind and ground it. Tal male means rhythm, meter and union. So we're going to put that proper music and you're going to play as you want, as you feel, as you want it. And that will do it. You have nothing else to do. So please close your eyes, sit in your firmness, and here we go. Hand is the head, arm is the body. Open up your 5 fingers and make your body, whole body like a steel. Every part, stretch spine, stretch spine, stretch spine, breathe out. Inhale again, no cheating this time. Inhale deep, deep, hold the breath. Stretch spine, fingers all 5 open, totally, steel like strong. Come on, go ahead. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Breathe out. Inhale deep. Turn left, tight. Turn right. Straight forward, relax. If you can drink water tonight, you will be doing yourself a special favor. And if you drink lemon and water, you will do a special help. These kiryas will create enough heat in the body that you need extra water tonight. It may be a little discomfortable that you may have to go to a bathroom, but also it is an outlet in the body through which your kidneys will excrete all the disease out. And it is within your range to use it as much you drink. There is no possibility that that can be stay in the body. Some part of it per se, it will be taken out the body heat which it will generate. Some of you may have an argumentative situation that you may start sweating tonight. And these are very normal things. They are not any physical, medical phenomena you have to worry about. So that's why I'm just cautioning you. But wonderful will be the experience if you can take lemon and water, like lemonade you are all habitual to, and drink as much as you tonight you can do. This effect will remain till 10 a.m. tomorrow. That's exactly the time limit. And by that time, as much you can urinate, as much you can get rid of future diseases, all diseases which are in the body or are present. Now this is in simple English called healing. And it's called self-healing. Tattvas have been balanced, arc line has been adjusted, spine has been brought to its normal tendency. Lungs have started consuming maximum breath or prana. This is what Agam Kriyas do. These are angelic Kriyas. Now they are yours. Now it is for you to practice them and perfect yourself. Look, man like me, if I die tomorrow, it's useful. Done a job, let's go home, finished. You still have not done a job. Dying is not a bad idea. Absolutely not. But this is how you should die. Close your eyes and feel, I've done my job, I'm going home. Thank you, bye, universe. Here I go. That's understandable. If you have so many thoughts yet and you are entangled with every damn thing, and what kind of a human you are? Try to understand, nature has one principle. जब दांत न थे तो दूध दियो, जब दांत दिए तो अन्न न देगा. When you never have teeth, it gave you the milk from the mother's bosom. Now he has given you teeth, he is not going to give you food or shelter. The fact is, you have been trained not to trust God. You have been for thousands of years trained by phony, absolutely debauched teachers who came to this universe in the name of God, that they asked you to worship God. You don't have to worship any God. You are the worship of God. Damn it, listen to me. God wants to worship you. There's no such thing to worship God. God is everywhere. Where God is not. He's almighty, all potent, all this, all that. Who are you? Just be the worship in self. Give God a chance. You have denied it all the time. Time is now, and this is the age of Aquarius. This old nonsense will not work. There's no place for anybody, middleman. You sometime, I'm going to come to the ashram to teach you discipline, disciple, and destiny. I'm going to talk to you. You think you have not earned by right to be fortunate? Arey, is there any man in the world who has no teacher or a no person who can say shut up and you shut up? You think the life of a loose caboose is a great life? Do you really think that that life is worth anything? Are you so gone off that sun has a stationary orbit, and with the universe it has the orbits of the whole galaxy? Moon has its orbit, Earth has its orbit. Everything is within the rhythm and discipline, except human. And the test of human is to understand the discipline and be that discipline. That's the disciple. And with that discipline, you have to walk that distance, and that is destiny. And whosoever creates anything by his ego creates nothing but disease. Only thing what you create is be so creative. The God creates everything for you. That's health. And if anybody has this idea that you are not blessed, you are wrong. Even a little signboard which says that's the ashram is more divine than all the signs on the earth. At least it tells you the way. And all those who are feeling sick should start drinking whey, the most healthy rasa of the whole thing. Boil the milk, put the lemon, split it. Take all the curd out of it, which is called cheese or paneer in a simple way, give it to the children and drink that leftover water. Your life will change like you can't understand it. There are very simple things. If you understand those simple things, you will understand life. Thank God you are diseased. It's a challenge to prove with your own divinity you are healthy now. Be grateful that you have somebody to tell you how to be, how it is. Without it, person is an orphan. And spiritual orphan is worse than any orphan. Mental orphan is called neurotic, psychotic. Physical orphan, you understand, you can learn from mom better than me. She knows the way she uses and picks up these little babies. And it's no fault of these little innocent babies. Their mother did a karma, and the children at birth and onward are paying for it. Things go in generation. You don't believe that action has a reaction equal and opposite? Is it Newton's third law of force? Mother did wrong, child is suffering. Somebody say, no, if my thing is perfect. You know how perfect it was? The neighbor child, by mistake, threw something. It took a fire in the kitchen, that house got burned, his house got burned, third neighbor got burned. And I said, do you see how life is intertwined, interrelated? You are driving the car, you are a perfect driver, you are on the right side or right speed. Somebody doesn't care, he comes head on to you. Incident and accidents are 90% of you. 10% is your planning. And still you do not know the unknown controls this universe. This is his planet. He made it, he rotates it. It's not yours. This is a hotel room we have rented out. After a certain time, you want to stay further, they say, wait a minute, out. Word is in and out. Ava gavan. Ava means come, gavan means go. Its whole universe is come and go. Please leave behind something which should be a guidance for all those who follow you. A father who does not leave values for the son, a mother who does not leave values for the daughter, a family which does not leave values of the tradition are dead families. Are we on a sale? 25% sale, 50% sale? What fashion is this? You are selling yourself all the time. It used to be a Christmas sale, but God, you are all the time on a sale. What do you want? You are not the stuff which is going to sell. Something has to be a gem quality to have the price. So make yourself pure. Give yourself a chance of piety, purity, identity. A man without a face and a grace is not worth a thing. You have to understand you are humans. Many will not cross this next 21 years. I can give you in writing and guarantee and sign it. Because now is the age of Aquarius, age of knowledge. It's the age of the Guru. It's the age where from darkness you have to walk into light. Guru doesn't mean this, that. Anybody who takes you from your darkness to light. Candle doesn't mean anything, it's a wax and a thread. Once the head is lit, it takes away the darkness. That's what you have to do. And it's not that you have to read libraries and books and become very knowledgeable. It's all stupid waste of time. Just think for 1 minute. Give yourself a chance that you are somebody who cares. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? Damn it, there should not be a moment when you are without this, you care. You know, I love Ma, I respect her. You know how idiot I am, I don't care for anybody. Because I have no relationship with spirituality and spiritual ego. I don't believe in it. I'm a very great rebel. But that is the spirituality. She cares. She's a living care. And if those of you who do not understand that degree of care, you are useless. If those of you do not understand compassion, you are useless. You're no good. It's not worth it. It's not human. What's life? Eating donuts? What's life, you think? Having a house? Having a car? Is that life? Going to church on Sunday, that's life? No. This universe is a university and you are a student in it. And one lesson you all have to learn, you shall care. Those who shall not care shall live under the curse of Almighty. There's no way out. You are born to care because Mother Nature took care of you from the very birth. And you have to keep on caring for every life, for every existence, till your death. Then the karma will be over. You have paid your dues. You can go home. Do you understand the satisfaction of being complete? The joy of I am, I am? You understand the beauty in you? When you feel that you are fulfilled? Do you understand the power of you when you feel that you are grateful? Meet somebody and just say, I am very grateful to God. I am grateful to myself. I am grateful to this time. I am grateful to this space. Thank God I have met you. See the impact of it. How blessed you are. You want to know my life? Once somebody came in my previous life to ask me to help and learn, and I thought, it's not the time. By my hand and by all the astrological notation, I was supposed to live 48 years. I am 66 and there's no chance I'll go home. For you, it may be a great. If I meet anybody, they say, oh, you should live long. Long for what? Is a freeway? Long for what? I came to share the dharma. Postman has only one habit, to bring the mail, put it in your box. You throw it away, you read it, it's your chance. It's not the faculty of the postman reads your letters and makes you understand it. That's not the life. That's not his job. That's what it is. It is your letter addressed to you, you read it, and you live on it. And your soul has been promised to meet your teacher once for a moment in your whole life. Death is inevitable. Disease is the way of it. But just remember, when you have a doubt, is Ma right? When Ma is most wrong, she is right. You know why she is right? Because it tests your honor, your courage, your discipline. It challenges your nuisance, your shortcoming, and your heart. It makes your head bow. Therefore, she is right. That's why I don't care. I don't initiate anybody. I don't have to bother. Go your way, boys and girls. But you're fortunate, those who are with her. I appreciate the value. I understand the status. Being so fortunate not to cash it is the most ridiculous act. Don't love her. I hate you, those who love her. Worship her. Learn to worship her. Don't love her. This is a joke. What love? Your definition of love is different. Have reverence for her in your thought, in your action, and in yourself. See where you go. Watch my words. I'm not kidding. We were about 250 students with my teacher, and my teacher, God bless him, was the most rude man ever born. He was a saint. I know, I'm not denying this. But there's nothing he will tell me to do which is possible. That was the faculty. And early in the morning I'll say, Hey Akal Purukh, oh the infinite God, bless me with the power that if I survive by the night, I shall do special kirtan, special meditation, I'll specially bow to you. Because I never knew that one day will be easy with him. Impossible. Later on, what happened so happened. Somebody once asked me a question. How come you won and we all failed? I said, you all have knowledge. I didn't have a knowledge. All I knew is, he is my teacher and not a preacher. And all I know is, what word he utters is the only reality, else everything is false. I knew I was born in a rich family where I was almost semi-sovereign. I knew I had the wealth, the power, the men, everything in the world is at my beck and call. I also knew he is my teacher when he gave me first job is to clean the bathrooms. Man who came there to study with 50 servants. When I came back, everything was gone, and my first job was a bucket with a lime. That white powder, I was supposed to go and clean the outhouses. And my bed was a bunker with one sheet underneath and one sheet over. And I asked, is a system here you don't give anybody pillow? And he walked in and he said, what for you have elbow? To chew it? Then he took me on the side. He said, I know whose grandson you are. Must not have one misunderstanding. You have come here to study life. Don't come here to study lies. And this is the only chance you can decide with yourself. And I ask you the same thing. Those who live in that ashram, study yourself in one thing, that you have come to study life, not lies. Death is inevitable. Don't love Ma. It's worthless. What is, she's your friend? What are you talking about? Worship her. And then see how your ship sails. This whole planet is not commercial. There is a reality of God. "E jag sache ki hai kotadi, isme sache ka hai vas." This earth is a house of truth, and truth prevails here. It is the faculty of her care for you which makes her absolutely divine. And if you can't understand that, I don't think you have an understanding. So tonight, if you have any duality or any gorge which you think between your ego and your identity exists, remove it for God's sake. Bridge it over. Find the reality of yourself. The unseen hand of God has guided you to her. How you can worship her? Not by saying, "Ma, ma, ma." You are not I mean to say, goat. Worship her. Care the way she cares. Act the way she acts. Facilitate yourself to project that faculty from your heart. And then see how soon you can heal yourself. It's amazing. I think I am coming there to eat one night, and I'm going to eat you all as you are, without salt and pepper. I want to let you know, whatever time is left in me to move or to be, I don't have any consideration, but I wanted to bring home to you this fact, that be factual. If in the body of a human you are not an angel, you should not have taken this body. And in the body of a human, you don't have your guiding star, you have darkness of night. And in the light of the day, if you cannot be brighter, you have lost the chance. You all should know it. All things come from God. All things go to God. Don't we have a tape on it? Pull it out for God's sake if you want to exist. And please sing this in honor of Ma Shri Jai Bhagavati. I want you to understand tonight that fact. Now we are getting a signal, we are getting late, we gotta go.
One thing to remember is
Let us all sing.
all things come from God and all things go to God. All things come from God and all things go to God. Everything comes from Him and it comes back home again. All things come from God and all things go to God. All things come from God and all things go to God. One thing to remember is all things come from God and all things go to God. All things come from God and all things go
Thank
to
you.
God. No power to speak.
Now he is going to say words which you will never like to digest. These are the words of Nanak. We'll present you with this tape so you can play loud and hear yourself and understand. Understand means stand under, not over. There are 5 types of people. Those who are under, those who are with, those who are over, those who are in awe of you, and those who worship you. Those who get to the faculty of worship, they have done their karma, they are free, they are liberated, they are gone. Rest are still to mark their time. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. O my soul, let thy journey be clear, shining, bright, beautiful. Let this journey be in existence of bounty. In the eye of God you may swell and go well. Let all there is be there is. May the mind, the thoughts, power and strength, prana and energy be subject into the goodwill to serve all those who cannot be served otherwise, sheltered that way who cannot be sheltered otherwise, be elevated that way who cannot understand this fact of elevation. May this journey of the soul may pass through all these hurdles, shortcoming and weaknesses. With the light of Almighty, may we find our way in peace, in peace, in peace. Satnam. Thank you very much for being here. Some of you have been invited to a dinner to which I do not know myself whether I am invited or not, but somehow when I left the ashram there was a great decoration going on, and some people also missed the movie. They didn't go because they had to make the arrangements. So those of you who are invited, please do accept the invitation and move on quickly, we are getting late. And thank you very much, and moreover, hotel is going to pull us out. So this is the time, and please learn from the nation of Islam. 1 million people came to Washington DC, not a one paper was found in the entire Washington DC. Leave everything clean. Thank you.